As you grow older, time goes by quickly. Many people experience the feeling that time seems to pass more quickly as they grow older. This perception is a common phenomenon and can be explained through a few psychological and cognitive factors. 1. Proportional theory. As we age, each year represents a smaller fraction of our total life. For example, when you're 10, a year is 10% of your life, but when you're 50, it's only 2%. This shift in perspective can make time feel like it's moving faster as you get older. 2. Routine and familiarity. As children, much of life is new and filled with novel experiences. Every day brings new learning, challenges, and excitement, which makes time seem to move more slowly. As you age, life tends to become more routine and predictable, and the brain processes familiar experiences more quickly. When things become familiar and habitual, the passage of time feels less marked and therefore faster. 3. Memory encoding. When you're younger, you're creating and storing a lot of new memories. This gives the sense of time being fuller and longer. As you grow older, the brain becomes more efficient at processing information and tends to create fewer new memories. Less new information means fewer markers in time, which can make it feel like time is slipping away faster. 4. Busyness and external factors. Adults often juggle multiple responsibilities: work, family, social life, and this busyness can make time feel compressed. When you're caught up in a fast-paced routine, it's easy to feel like time is flying by. 5. Anticipation and the end of life. As you grow older, you may become more aware of the passage of time and the limited number of years ahead. This awareness can influence how you experience time, making it feel like it's speeding up. This sense of time passing quickly as we age is a psychological phenomenon, and though it's not directly related to any changes in the actual passage of time, it's a reminder of how our perception of the world around us shifts as we grow older. So, time passing is a matter of perception. Time passing is largely a matter of perception. While time itself, as measured by clocks and calendars, is constant, how we experience it can vary significantly based on a variety of factors. Our brains process the passage of time in ways that can make it feel faster or slower, and this perception can change depending on circumstances, age, and even our mindset. Some key factors that influence how we perceive time include: 1. Age. As we discussed earlier, as you get older, each year becomes a smaller fraction of your life, which can make time feel like it's speeding up. Additionally, the more routine life becomes, the fewer novel experiences there are, which can make time seem to pass more quickly. 2. Attention and focus. When we're highly focused or deeply engaged in something like a hobby, a new activity, or a thrilling experience, time often seems to fly by. Conversely, when we're bored or waiting for something, time can feel like it's dragging. 3. Novelty and new experiences. New and unfamiliar experiences make us pay more attention to the details around us, which can make time feel like it's passing more slowly. As we age and things become more familiar or routine, fewer new memories are made, and time may seem to go by faster. 4. Emotional state. Emotions can also affect our perception of time. For example, when you're having fun, time seems to fly, but during moments of stress, boredom, or anticipation, time can feel much slower. 5. Cultural and social factors. Cultural norms and societal expectations also shape how we perceive time. For example, in cultures with fast-paced, busy lifestyles, there may be a constant sense of time pressure that makes people feel like time is running out quickly. So, while time is an objective constant, how we experience and perceive it can be deeply subjective and influenced by a combination of biological, psychological, and social factors. So this implies that everything we experience is a matter of perception. This is a powerful way to look at it. In many ways, everything we experience, whether it's the passage of time, emotions, or even our physical sensations, is shaped by our perception. Our brains interpret stimuli from the world around us, but how we interpret those stimuli is influenced by a variety of factors, such as past experiences, emotions, expectations, and cognitive biases. Here's a breakdown of how perception influences various aspects of our experience. 1. Reality versus perception. What we experience as reality is always filtered through our senses and brain processes. For example, two people can witness the same event but perceive it very differently based on their backgrounds, beliefs, and emotional states. In this sense, reality itself is always interpreted by the mind. 2. Emotions and perception. Emotions greatly influence how we perceive the world. When you're feeling happy, you might interpret situations more positively, while negative emotions like fear or anxiety can make the world seem more threatening. This emotional lens can change how we perceive people, events, and even our own bodies. 3. Cognitive biases. Our brains are wired to make sense of the world efficiently, but this often involves shortcuts or biases. These biases, like confirmation bias, favoring information that supports our beliefs, can shape how we perceive and interpret information, even when it's not entirely accurate. For example, someone with a fear of public speaking might perceive the audience as more critical or judgmental than they actually are. 4. Cultural influence. Cultural norms and values shape how we perceive the world. For instance, different cultures may interpret facial expressions, body language, or social behaviors in distinct ways. Similarly, societal expectations can influence how we perceive our roles in life, such as the pressure to succeed or conform. 5. Sensory perception. Even our sensory experiences, what we see, hear, taste, touch, and smell, are subjective. For example, two people might taste the same food but describe it differently based on their preferences, past experiences, or genetic differences in taste perception. 6. Perception of time and space. As we've seen with time, our perception of both time and space can be fluid and influenced by factors like age, emotions, and attention. Someone waiting for an important event might feel that time drags on, while someone lost in an engaging activity might feel as though time flies. 7. Personal experience and memory. The way we remember past experiences can also be distorted by our emotions or current state of mind. Memories are not exact recordings, they're shaped by how we felt at the time and how we interpret those feelings later. This means our perception of the past can be influenced by our present circumstances, leading to selective memories or altered recollections. Conclusion. While there is an objective reality, our experience of that reality is almost always mediated by our perception. The brain constantly filters, interprets, and organizes the information it receives from our senses, and this process is shaped by our personal history, emotions, biases, and cultural background. So, in a very real sense, everything we experience is a combination of external stimuli and our internal perceptions. Please like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the upcoming second and third part of these series of Perception Paradox. Thank you. Looking forward to reading your comments on this series. Stay tuned.
Thank you.